Hi there, this is Erica Del Signore, and I'm the founder of Daily Lead Campaign. And I am just coming to you with our Great Minds, Great Marketing interview series where we get fantastic marketers from around the world to come on our show and give us tips. And today I am so thrilled to have one of my best friends in marketing come on the show. Becky Auer and I have known each other for, geez, well, it's been almost a year. It'll be a year coming up when we end up going on the cruise ship again. And
Right.
we've just been fast friends ever since. Now we see each other at all of the GKIC events, and we have a great, great time talking about marketing. And let me tell you, she has had it going on for, I don't know, 20 years at least, just making incredible things happen for herself in any business opportunity that she puts herself in. And, with that introduction, Becky, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show today.
I know we have been trying to do this for forever, so I'm so glad that it finally has worked out for both of us. So thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and share a little bit of knowledge with your viewers out there. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, why don't you start by just telling us a little bit about, what you do, what your business is. I know you're into a few things, so I don't want to steal your thunder or anything. I'm gonna let you share with the audience, and I do want to, on a personal note, talk a little bit about what you do in your personal time. I know you're a very charitable person, and you have a lot of great hobbies too. So go ahead. I'm giving you full reign.
Thank you, thank you. Now that I have the mic, right? No, let's see. I have been an entrepreneur for it seems like forever, but it's really, I don't know. I started 3 multi-million-dollar businesses. The last was a restaurant that I took from zero to $6.5 million in just over a year in a 5,000 square foot footprint, and kept it there for 7 years, built a list of 63,000 people, which is enough to fill the Pittsburgh Penguins Arena, and got 64 People's Choice Awards. So it was really all based on marketing and a lot of the direct response marketing, GKIC, strategies and techniques that I just put into place. And so it's been really, really fun. I was exhausted though, and my kids, I have 2 girls, and I'm a single mom, and they are now 22 and 20. And so since, for about the last 7 or 8 years since I sold the restaurant now, I have just really been doing coaching, consulting, working with small business owners. I've really been doing that since 2006, so almost for 11 years. Kind of started that when I had the restaurant. Because I got a lot of inquiries and so on back then. So it's really my passion. It's really what I like to do, is just to see the light bulb moments when somebody gets it, after they've been hearing the same thing for 3 years. They're like, oh, I finally get it. And so I run small business groups and have VIP groups and mastermind groups and private clients, and it's just a riot. And then what you said about volunteer work and things like that. My youngest daughter, Katie, was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at 4 months old. So that's a fatal condition that she's doing great right now. She just turned 20. But it's a lung condition, and so eventually she'll probably have to have a double lung transplant. But there's so much great strides going on right now with research and development, and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation really has been instrumental in taking a lot of their research in-house and using their funding just for CF stuff, which then will go into other diseases. So we've been big, huge contributors to the CF Foundation since she was diagnosed in 1997, so 20 years. And I'm vice president of the board here in Western Pennsylvania. So just busy like everybody else, and we all, have a little ADHD, right? We're all entrepreneurs, and we like to do this and then that and this and that, and but it all seems to work. So I'm thankful every day, that it has worked out. So it's a little bit about my background.
All right. Well, I mean, it's amazing that you do all of this. You accomplish more than a day by 10 o'clock, probably 10 a.m. than most people accomplish all day. So
I don't know about that, but I try hard.
All right, we'll give you a couple more hours, noon.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, our listeners love to hear about, and our viewers rather, love to hear about, how you can overcome certain obstacles in your business. And I know with you growing 3 multi-million-dollar businesses, there have to be obstacles that you figure out how to get over and continue to grow. And so love to hear about any stories you have about overcoming something that maybe they can learn from.
Sure. Well, I just think that happens with any business, right? I mean, you start something and you think it's going to go this way and it ends up going this way, And so what I work with on most of my coaching clients is just perseverance, right? You got to get out there and you just have to keep trying. Most people I have found as I coach my small business owners they're afraid to try something new. They don't want to look like a failure, right? And nobody does. I mean, who wants to, say, oh my gosh, that just didn't work, right? But as entrepreneurs, I think most people, do, step out of their comfort zone and try. I tell my kids all the time to, hurry up and fail because it takes you that much closer to success. So I have no problem with people, trying and failing. It's when they don't try at all. Or I'll say, look, here's a great strategy that's worked for somebody else in your industry. Try this. And then they just don't for whatever reason. So I just say, look, get over the fear factor, just take that next step and then go and implement. But do it with somebody who, don't just like copy other places out there, right? Don't just see a magazine ad for chiropractors and you're a chiropractor and you think, oh, well, they're advertising, so that must work. Go to somebody that has knowledge on what does work with different audiences. Everything that you and I know is direct response, right? So if you pay $500 to place an ad or to do something, we have to make sure that at least double that amount comes back so your return on investment is correct and is right and true. And if it isn't, then then you go back and you change something, right? Whether it's the headline or the offer or the call to action. So a lot goes into it, and when people start, they're like, well, what are you talking about, a call to action? And so you and I know that for everything that you do, whether it's a website or direct mail postcard or Facebook ads, it has to have some type of call to action. It has to lead that person down the path of, okay, now that you did this, now we want you to do this, whether it's to register for a special report or to sign up for a webinar or to kind of raise their hand that they want more information. So that's one of the first things that I tell everybody who is out there is, make sure to have a call to action. Tell people what you want them to do next because life gets in the way. It happens to me all the time. And if you're not if you're not prioritizing, you can lose all that in the hustle and bustle of the everyday life, especially around holidays or in the summer months when the kids have off and things like that.
So what you're saying is when things don't go well, try something new.
That's right. Try something new, or you can stick with the same thing. Just get some help, right? So, you and I are both lifelong learners. We go on marketers' cruises and talk marketing all day long. We go to additional seminars where we pay literally thousands of dollars to attend. And the more that you are around people like that, the more knowledge that you get. So I've been teaching this since 2006, and you know what they say is the teacher always learns more than the student because you're actually out there teaching it and doing it and showing people that it either is successful or, what you can change. Because a lot of times when you share the failures, they're just as good as sharing the successes because it cuts that chase. It cuts the time that maybe they would try exactly the same thing, but don't do it that way. It happened in my restaurant. I tried to implement a loyalty program myself, and it just too big too quick. And so I took a step back and had some angry people, but then I got a real loyalty program where I didn't have to implement it and do everything myself. So there's just learning curves as you go, and everybody goes through them.
There are, and I know, what, being an entrepreneur, we often think we can do everything ourselves. I'm absolutely that person that will learn how to do it, and then if it's something that I can get off on somebody else, so I don't have to do it, then I will. But at least I know a little something about it so that I
Right.
know how to direct them.
Yep.
But yeah, so I can absolutely understand that. But well, it sounds like you got a lot of success out of it, even when you were doing it for yourself. But it is time consuming, so that's the
Oh,
whole.
it is. Yeah, it is. And if you can spend a little bit of money and delegate, right, to a virtual assistant or, somebody that's in your office that might have an extra 2 hours a day that you can just say, okay, here's exactly what I want you to do, then do it, inspect what you expect, and they'll get better as you go along as well.
Right, absolutely. Now, when we were talking about marketing strategies, I mean, you have been running these, consulting for marketing for a long time, and I know you run, one of the groups for GKIC, and next year you're actually taking on another role with them and helping them out with their fast action boot camps, which is so exciting. I love hearing about that. When you're talking to entrepreneurs, I mean, there's so many things you can do, and it can be really overwhelming. What combination of marketing do you find to be the best tactic to start out? And I know that that's kind of a general question with people doing different things and going after different verticals, but I mean, if you just wanted to try something out that might work, what do you think is the best thing?
I think it's a great question. We talked about this 3 or 4 meetings ago at our mastermind meeting. So if you were to get dropped off on the deserted island and you had to go out and make money the next day, what would that look like? So if I had it to do all over again, I think what I would do is to have a software program tied to whatever I'm doing, so that there is like a pane of disconnect, right? So as soon as you don't want it anymore and you say, okay, I'm not going to pay that $97 or $197 anymore, then you don't get access to that software program and or that Facebook group of people. So the more I go forward with my coaching and so on, I'm busy tying in, those additional things that, as soon as they say, okay, I can take this on my own now, then there's a pane of disconnect, like you really feel it,
Yeah.
So I think for someone that's starting is just to get started with whatever that is. Like, just because you can run a Facebook ad doesn't mean you should run a Facebook ad. If there's another way to possibly get clients, right? Because I don't know that much about Facebook ads, but I know that I tried it and dabbled it a little bit, and I spent $500 and didn't get squat for it, So just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. But the quickest way to go from A to Z is number one, joint ventures and strategic alliances with people that have that same audience and list that you want, but you're not direct competitors. So anybody who wants to get started really fast in whatever they do, I say go get a joint venture partner, go get a strategic alliance set up with somebody, and that's the quickest way to build your list. And just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something like the Facebook ads. And again, if I had to start all over again, I would tie it all in with a software product where if they decide that, to stop or to go somewhere different, then you feel it, you feel the pay to disconnect.
Absolutely. And I will say, like, about Facebook, it takes a long time to ramp up, and you just really have to have the budget for that. It could be like $2,000 a month at least, and I know someone that spent $10,000, and they got a few results, but there was just a lot of testing to figure out what worked in their market, what worked with their vertical, and you can't expect to get results from something small,
right?
Unfortunately, with Facebook. So it can be very tricky. So yeah, I get it. I mean, but if I had the budget, that I know a lot of people are doing really well with it, and are even making it pay for itself. But yeah, you're right. For me, I think it would be telemarketing, and just like that used to be that's my specialty. Like cold calling. It's old school, and not a big direct mail person, but I am direct with emails and videos and all that stuff. But yeah,
right. And you know what? Most people don't do that anymore. Most people don't like to do it. Most people are afraid to do it. Right.
Yeah.
So if you can just pick up the phone and talk to people, and get through the gatekeeper, that's 9/10 of the battle. So, kudos, because, you're cutting through the clutter, right, and in an easy way for yourself, where for somebody else it might be painful to do that,
Yeah, well, I had a whole business before where all we did was cold call for people. So I'm starting to bring some of my old tactics back for filling events and that sort of thing. So it's, it's definitely much easier than you think to get through to people. It's just a numbers game. But, I weigh the same thing, though. It's like, well, should I spend money on a mailing? Should I spend money on Facebook? Should I pay someone to make dials for me for $12 an hour? It's, as long as you can train them and get them to get through, it's, you just got to figure out which one is the best bang for your buck, depending on what you're selling.
Right.
That could be a different thing. So, so I mean, those are interesting. I haven't brought that up before, so I'm just adding my 2 cents in.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. So I know that you are a constant educator, and you just came back from getting an award, a pretty big award, at an educational seminar, right? Is that? Tell us a little bit about what happened.
It's been such a year, because it has, every time I got 3 awards this year, and each time I didn't know I was getting them, so it was like, even like, oh my God, are you sure? Me? So it was really, really nice. Yeah, this one was for presenting. I've been invited 2 or 3 other times to go to a conference that it teaches and works with other coaches. And it's just been so fun, but I haven't been able to attend the last 2 times. So this year, it was in Las Vegas. And for those people that know me, I like Las Vegas anyway. I like to gamble. I love to play craps. And I just made the commitment, like, look, I'm going to go. And then as soon as I said yes, they're like, oh, my God, can you speak? And I'm like, sure, I'll come and speak too, So I put a presentation together, and I don't know, while I was there, they just gave me the nicest award for helping small business owners for so many years. And that's what GKIC did too. They inducted me into the Hall of Fame Award because I've been working with and promoting them since 2006. And my last award, or it was the first award of the year, was for Empowering Women in Business Award, which I love, right? Because there's so many great women out there, and they a lot of times, again, don't want to step outside of the safety circle. So I love it when there's strong women around me, and I think that's one of the reasons you and I connected, is because we were like, oh my gosh, girl power, let's just, go and storm this conference. We just had so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. We always do. I would love to ask you, like, I know that you've got a lot of things going on, and usually I ask at some point, is there any like special offer you'd like to give to the audience? I mean, I don't have a URL for you. We can give it to them now, and just for more information about you, and if there's anything you'd like to give out, you can do that at this point.
Sure. If anybody wants to check out more information about me, they can just go to Becky Auer, AUER.com, and there's a little tab there for free resources. There's a whole bunch of different templates and things that they can download to improve their business kind of the next day. So they can check out that website. Or I also offer another, it's like an online learning platform, and I call it the No BS SuccessAcademy.com. And they can go there and they can take a quick 20-minute assessment that tells them, where to start in their business if they want, again, fast success, because, money loves speed. And so if you can kind of cut to the chase and find out what that would be in your business, they're free to go there and take an assessment. And then, they can join there. Every week I send out an e-learning video and an e-learning email that just tells you, look, this is what we're going to work on this week. So it's just once a week, so it doesn't overwhelm anybody. And there's 52 weeks of, just go in, sign up, get started, and follow these steps, and then it will take you up to the next level. So again, that's NoBSSuccessAcademy.com and BeckyAuer.com, and I'm all over Facebook and everything under Becky Auer or No BS Marketing and Business Building.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. Now, if you would let us know too, are there any special books or courses that you've been taking lately that you can suggest to the crowd?
Yeah, well, the one that I just worked with, even helped in promoting because it was so instrumental to me, was the Magnetic Marketing updated version of 2017 through GKIC. And they added over like 100 templates into it, like swipe and deploy templates. So like it was such a no-brainer. And I love their product anyway. That's the first product that I ever had. And they had great samples and everything then, and now they've just like put it on steroids, and if you want access to it right away, you can get a digital version. So it's really a great, if somebody says, okay, I like it, I don't know where to start, I say contact me, because I will hook you up. I'll get you the Magnetic Marketing 2017, and we'll throw a couple bonuses in there for you, because hands down, for beginners, it's the best thing that I've come across. And for people that are out there that are coaches or want to be better coaches, they can contact me too. I have a whole system in place where I work with other coaches, and we all work off of the same system, and it's great because, again, we have a closed Facebook group. So if I'm working with somebody maybe in manufacturing, and like manufacturing is not my thing, right? My thing is more brick and mortar retail business. Then I can just, say, hey, look, I'm not your person for that, but I know somebody who that's all they deal with is manufacturing. So it's a really nice place to be able to refer people, and you have to know who's great in that group, and then we do a lot of referrals that way. So if they're too busy, they can refer, or if there's an industry that I really don't want to handle, then I can refer it out too. So have it on both ends. If you want to be a coach, contact me, and if you're a beginner, you can go and contact me, and I'll help you with the Magnetic Marketing 2017 version.
That's awesome. And I can say from experience talking to Becky, every time I talk to Becky, I learn something new. She is so innovative and creative, and she's willing to take chances with lots of different types of business because she knows how to market, and she knows how to get from point A to point B very quickly when it comes to marketing and growing a business. So I give you my seal of approval for sure.
I think the other thing is we always have a good time.
We do.
It is never boring when Erica and I are together. So
we laugh and we laugh.
Come to some of our meetings and party with us and have a good time. We learn as we attend these things, right? And then at the nighttime we just throw ideas out, and it's always such a great mix and a great vibe when entrepreneurs in general get together, but especially you. We always have so much fun.
I know. I'm so glad we're both going to be on the Marketers Cruise again this year. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to learn a lot more than the last time, and just going to keep having fun. So so I'm looking forward to that. I wanted to thank you so much for coming on today, everybody. Becky Auer, she's fantastic, and I've been Erica Del Signore, founder of Daily Lead Campaign, where we help you get leads and new clients through video marketing.